Titan AE. Yeah. Well, Iron Giant. I don't think I've actually watched all of the Iron Giant. I know. I know it's a classic. I don't think I've ever watched the whole thing. We are still level 2. You need to complete one more quest in order to get to level 3. Yeah, you completed the quest in Bryn Shander. That's how you got that. Yeah. And yeah. So, you're level 2. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Cold Ass Walk in the Wilderness is a level 4 thing. I know. That was the only way to level up. You had to spend your gold. But, welcome to episode... Oh geez, today is episode 4 of Magic Mushrooms Mead. I'm calling this one The Coal Mine. So, yeah. Previously on, you guys left Bryn Shander and headed to Targos. In Targos, you met with the speaker and the sheriff. You also saw a woman who had been frozen out in the town center. Okay, well, this is going to be here around 7:30. Just gotta... Yeah. So, you guys, let's see, saw the woman. Severin found out that it was people who were sacrificing to the Queen of Air and Darkness. She is, that is a similar name. It's a Fey queen who is very similar to his goddess Oral, and yep, Air and. Yes. Air and. Yeah. I saw your notes, and that's why I wanted to make it very clear. Yeah. So, Severin was very upset and made a big display of sending the soul of this young woman into the afterlife with a ceremony in the cold, showing off that he does not feel the cold. And yeah, Skamos went up into the speaker's room in the inn and discussed some business, specifically a job that they can do in Termalaine to possibly oust the current speaker there and replace him with someone a little more reliable as far as Speaker Nerth is concerned. The rest of you discussed this murderer and the recent murders with the sheriff, who disclosed that, yes, he absolutely told this man exactly who had paid him to get out of the lottery. And, yeah, He had blue eyes just like Severin, didn't seem to mind the cold, didn't wear winter clothes. Yeah. And that is where we're picking up. You guys were planning to leave for Termalaine. And just as you're about to leave, Iggy and Golemov have to run off to do a little bit of shopping. I know Golomov's isn't very big, but Iggy's is. So, yeah. And he comes back with armfuls of random shit. And a fishing pole, that's right. Yep. So you guys... you guys are getting to the end of the... what passes for daylight in Icewind Dale right now, the twilight. So it is going to right into darkness very soon. It's a bunch of shit. And you can give me Arcana. You got no idea. Yep. Oh, they're even smaller than Vegapygmies. They're like that big. they're Smurfs, 3 apples tall. Yeah. Yeah, they wear masks. Their bodies are all black. Yeah. So. Yeah. So, you guys heading out? All right. It is about, actually, let's see. Nope, not too far. It is overland travel. It is actually only about 2 hours, because of your, because you are slowed by the, big cart of yours. So, Iggy, give me a highs or lows. Okay. All right. That is good to know. Yeah, it's not too bumpy. And yeah. What exactly are you working on? Oh yeah. Okay. Give me a it's pretty delicate work. Give me a D4 to see how long it's going to take for each one. E04, yeah. So you're not finished by the time you get to Termalaine. You've got a little bit of work left. I keep going past Chrome, so I can't find stuff. And I need to draw the line for you guys. So you guys are coming from Targos and heading up to Termalaine. And move you up to here. Yeah. Alright. So you are pretty close to Lonelywood. Oh, is it? Alright. So, you get to Termalaine. It's actually quite beautiful and not as downtrodden as Targos was. Has Kalashite architecture, which is strange on this coast. Kalashite, Kalimshan is kind of similar to the Middle East, or maybe Southeast Asia, like India, with the domed tops of the bigger buildings and stuff like that. Yeah. And as you come in, let us save that map and head into here as it loads that map. Yeah, definitely need some splash screens for this kind of thing. Well, can ask Melissa if she wants to draw that. Uh-oh, don't tell me that you froze. Yeah. But which trunk? Yeah. Okay. I think it's going really slow because I have the beta open as well. So I'm trying to upload 21,000 assets into the beta version, and it's sucking up some resources. It's almost done though. Should hopefully be done by 7 o'clock, and then I can close the beta. Yeah. Well, I started it at 11. There's a lot of assets, but it's at 20,000 and something. Yep. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. It's not. Yeah. Oh yeah. He when WebDM talked to them about doing a, sponsored stream where they like put stuff on their streams to say, hey, this is sponsored by Roll20, check them out, and yada yada yada. They were like, no, we don't need more white people on. We don't need more white folks doing this. So, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. It's not like WebDM has, a lot of followers. Okay, we're at tile 197. Still got a little bit more, but at least you can see. Oh, there we go. The last bit was nice and quick. Yeah. Yep. So, you guys are coming in from the south. I actually, it's been a long time since I've seen Police Academy. I was a kid when I saw it. So, yeah, I was born in the same year as Ryan, but end of the year. Oh, By the way, your birthday's in June, isn't it? So happy birthday. I forgot that. I missed Ryan's birthday. Yeah, I don't know when yours is. I just know Ryan's because there were three of us who were born in the same year. January, June, and December. Oh. Happy birthday. Hey, you're younger than Heather. I think you've got less gray than me, too. So, the gem mine is the coal mine. So, you guys are coming in from the south, and well, Skamos, you were told. Skamos, you were told that the person to talk to was a lieutenant in the town militia. There would be actually a... you would be passing it as you come in right about... Is that the regular thing? Yeah. Right about here would be the place to go to see if there's any officers there. Lieutenant Garin is the person you're looking for. Oh, poutine's great. Alright, so check if there's what? You did not see any popsicles. There's no one outside, so you would have to go in. No. Yeah? A few people come out. They don't have guns, but they do have their hands on their swords ready to attack whoever's causing trouble. One of them kind of narrows his eyes and then nods to the Nods to the building, nods to the door. All right, you got bowled over. It's probably warmer in there. Okay, head in. Whoever is heading in does see it's not exactly ramshackle, but it's not it's not a well-oiled machine in here. And there is someone who is he's not the one who's sitting at the desk. He's the one who is kind of biting his nails, looking at the door. And as the other two stay outside because they're guarding Iggy, they don't want him shooting that gun again. Yeah. One of them slaps it away. Well, while you're messing with them, Skamos. The more nervous looking one says, "That's me." He nods and then kind of quickly walks toward basically toward where the jail cells are to talk to you, because it's probably the only private place. No one's locked up right now. You see, he's a really greasy looking half elf. He's got like lanky hair, and he's very like hunched in on himself. He's not one of those guards who's got the confident looking wide shoulders and whatnot. And yeah, he says, yeah, I'm Nerth sent you. You said? Oh, on a favor. Excellent, excellent. So, you're, I guess you're not getting paid to do this. You're just doing it out of the goodness of your hearts, like adventurers of old. Okay, perfect. I mean, I need you to help me contest this election, and the best way to do it is if you would clear out the mine. Something has, well, scared all the miners away, and none of them are going in. Not quite sure what it was, but one of the miners was pretty injured when he came out, and none of them really want to talk about it. Yeah, that's about all the information I got. He's probably holed up. He's probably holed up in the east side. It's the inn. They've got a bit of a tavern. The one where all the miners go to drink. He says, no, 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 I'd have to sign for that. I mean, if you don't bring it back, then that's on me. That comes out of my paycheck. I don't make that much. He, give me an intimidation. $11. It's like, Nerth's not the one who pays me. I mean, he would be, but that money's got to come from somewhere. If you die, he said, if one of you dies, it doesn't bring out whatever equipment it is, it comes out of my paycheck. I can't... I can probably provide maybe a sword, maybe two. Not much. Alright. What do you need? Is that what you're saying? Is lots of drugs? He kind of scrunches his nose and says, "It's really what you're looking for?" Those are harder to come by. I can get you one. Okay. He goes out and he... What's that? That's up to you. Did you go in? He took Skamos aside himself, but yeah. He's a quiet one. He's one of those grunt kind of people. You have a bit of a conversation in grunts. Like it's back and forth, and it's almost like he understands what you're trying to say in a grunt. I don't know if you understand him, but yeah. Then Garen comes out, and he goes to this officer that's behind the desk and whispers in his ear, and then the officer pulls out a book and opens it up. Garen signs, and then goes to a locked cabinet with a key that the officer gave him. Opens it up and pulls out one of... There's probably 3 potions in there. Like he said, they're pretty scarce here. Locks back up and hands you this potion. Give me it would be ranged. Yeah. So dex based. Yeah. It hits the wall, and it's one of those ones that's weak enough that it doesn't even like do the splatter on the wall. It kind of you might not have like squished it hard enough to get it compact enough. The two guards are still the guards are still staring daggers at Iggy. They don't have their swords in hand anymore, at least. They're not like on him. They're just watching him, making sure that he doesn't pull out that gun again, basically. Yeah. All right. One of them just furrows his brow. He's not. He doesn't get it. Yeah. Yeah. Should have used it on Zariel. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. All right. No, you don't need animal handling for it. They love you. And also, Corbin, you notice as you're walking towards the cart or the wagon, you notice that the quill is gone. You're the only one with high enough passive perception to have noticed it. Which one was the quill again? Behind the cart? Okay, at about 10 o'clock, yeah. Oh, it's much earlier than that. You are at probably about 4:30 by now. So you got lots of time. Afternoon. Yeah. Yeah. All right. You do not. Yeah. Oof. You're rolling well today. Um, doesn't appear that there's anything in the cart with you. Nope. Nope. No nests. Nope. Okay. Okay. Um, so the gem mine is a little bit away, not too far, but it's a little bit away. Um, Lieutenant Garen did tell you the Blue Clam is a tavern only. The east side is the only inn, and it does have like drinks on the main floor. I mean, you can move stuff to make it a dance floor, yeah. Yeah. Which one are you going to? I I saw a comedian, or I heard a comedian. He was on a podcast, and he said that he started an OnlyFans specifically for his comedy, but all of the public posts are him like looking all like he's doing the sexy kind of look, but all of the actual videos are him doing comedy routines. Probably. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. All right. Okay. So, you get to the Blue Clam. It's a dockside tavern. And this is probably about the time... yeah, you're getting around 5 o'clock, so it's about the time that a bunch of the fishers are coming in. And you also see a bunch of other folks who aren't they're not coming in with their fishing poles and shit. They're the ones that look like they've kind of got stronger upper bodies, and some of them are looking pretty weedy, but it's not a rowdy tavern like some of the other ones that you've been to. It's pretty cozy, actually. Alright. You get some beer. Actually, what do we have? It's some very calm music. It's not dance music. It's like end of the day, just you want to have a drink, have something to eat, and then go home and go to bed kind of thing. So, I don't know what's on here. Yeah, so if you want a mug of beer, depends what you're looking for, but you're probably looking at less than a silver for a mug of beer. You're looking for a cider? So yeah, cider, you're actually probably looking at, yeah, about 1 silver for a mug. There's actually quite a lot. It's a pretty hopping place, but it's not a, dance hall. It's not a club. It's probably 20, 25. Beer would be about 7 copper. Yeah, something like that. Give me. Well, your passive perception is pretty high, 15, so you're not spotting anyone who really looks out of place. You see the ones who are obviously fishers. You see some who look like trappers wearing a lot of furs. And then some others, those ones that are like the heftier, bigger on the upper body kind of guys. You get some cheers. Eyewitnesses only? No dwarves that are looking messed up. Yeah, there'll be dwarves. Okay. These dwarves, I'm assuming you're gonna chat with them. Okay. They're drinking, and they are loving the free beer. These guys are, they tell you they're loggers. Not miners. No. Says, nah. Only the ones who don't come out to these kind of places where there are less dwarves. You go to the Dwarven Valley. What did I name the place? Dwarvenmouth. You go there. You'll find yourself some bearded lasses. Coal mine? I know, it says gem mine. That's because in the actual adventure it's gems, but I decided it's probably better for it to be coal because they need to stay warm. Says, I haven't been paying too much attention. We've been having enough trouble up north. Heard some folks got sent out of there, but that's about it. Up north. Says, we haven't been able to work up near Lonelywood, the woods between here and the town. It's the logging is good for folks who are good with axes, if you catch my drift. Oh, you know it. He says there's been a fucking angry moose that won't let us work up there. Yeah, that would be great. It's well, okay, give me insight. He's a mystery. One of the dwarves says, one of the dwarves will say, yeah, the moose is all red. And another says, what are you talking about? It's a fucking albino. It's covered in blood, that's why it's red. Kills people, kills whatever's in the way. It looks like just a big moose. Big white moose. Yeah, you can give me history for thinking about that. That's with advantage. He rolled 2 4s. Well, you rolled with advantage twice. I don't know. But, yeah, we'll go with the 10 because that's the first one that came up. And... that would have been way better. Oh, I guess you rolled twice. That's what happened. Okay, 6 plus 4. Oh, 6 plus 4 is 10, and then 4 plus 4. Okay. So you rolled them separately. Okay. So yeah, the 10. Yeah. So, yeah, you're not too sure, but I mean, who reads about animals when there are much more interesting things to read about? Yeah. Lonelywood is a bit. Keep going past fucking Chrome. Overland travel to Lonelywood. I mean, it's about as far away as Targos was. So about 2 hours. That's these folks. These dwarves they look like they're with the burly guys. There is no missing people. I mean, you find ones for odd jobs, but it's like odd jobs. It's, hey, I don't want to pay the carpenter so much to do my to redo my kitchen, so I'll pay you with food if you fix up my kitchen, that sort of thing. It's a small town. Mm-hmm. Yes, you were missing a couple. So if you ask around, you could find an apothecary, and they would be on the way to the east side. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sounds like me. Yeah. You don't think you're in a party town. Misanthropy. So, So, heading to the east side, you stop at the apothecary. Costs you 2 silver to get the remaining ingredients. And then you pull up at the east side. There are multiple buildings in this area, and only one of them has a door. Nope. No footprints going around other than yours, because you're walking around curious what's going on. Alright. They're separate buildings. They're close together, but they're separate buildings. Alright. So, you get in. There are a couple people in here. One of them is a very young-looking woman who's cleaning off the bar, and she is singing. Hopefully this will be loud enough. I'll turn it up if necessary. Okay, that's very quiet. So stop. Let's turn this up. Okay, let's see if 50 is good. No, that's still cold. Or that's still quiet, so I'll just turn it up. And that's about when she notices you. She notices you and says, "Thank you. It's an old story from my family." Well, there was a woman who came to the inn. She was freezing cold and seemed to be in trouble, like someone was chasing her. And she was fed and given warmer clothes, and in return she gave my grandfather actually this ring, and it's on a chain around her neck. It's a let me see, I forgot to bring all of the pictures in, so I can't show you, but it's a like a brass ring, and where you would normally see like gems or whatever, there's what looks like a pair of ivory winter foxes in a bit of a yin-yang kind of shape, you know. And it doesn't look recognizable. It doesn't look like a symbol. The inside of the ring, though, you notice is strange because the inside of the ring has fur. Yeah, she will start preparing you a meal. Anyone who wants to can give me an Arcana check on that ring. Uh, 25. Last game. So, you actually recognize this as a magic ring. It's a ring of warmth. She says, "Oh, really? Oh, no wonder my grandfather and my father never seemed to need very warm clothes outside." "No, it's family heirloom." She says, "All I can... At least you're not upset like the druid was." Yeah. No. She says, there's a druid, let me look up what she looks like so that I can tell you. Features. Yes, she was telling the, trying to convince us to do that. Luckily, absolutely not. Why would we? It's madness. So this druid, she says, she was quite shabbily dressed, lots of bone and fur. The most recognizable thing about her was her lips that were blue, like someone who was freezing in the cold. She saw the ring around my neck. No, she saw the ring on my father's hand, and at first she said she was looking for her sister, but then as soon as she saw it, she just got upset, stormed out, headed toward Lonelywood, and my father has been sick ever since. I've had to take over the inn until he gets better. Nothing seems to be written on it, no. A doctor? Please, yes. No one's been able to help him. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's see, I'm sure. Oh, I'm in Lonelywood, wrong one. Yes. Still good. So where is the thing about her father? Yep. Right. Just a little tipsy. She takes you to a bedroom. You see an older man. I mean, in his maybe his 40s, older for the time. So don't feel old, Patrick. But yeah, he's an older looking man. He's very sweaty, and yeah. And yeah, you can take a look over him. Yep. Remember, you can use your passive if you prefer. Alright. And you've got... you're helping him, right, Severin? Okay. Alright. Alright. You're not really finding anything, and your divine sense doesn't find anything either. No celestial... Yeah, no celestial fiend or undead. It would be medicine. You could probably do religion. I know religion is intelligence based, which is I still find stupid. Yeah. It's a plus. They've got it, sure. Oof. You do find a, mark. Give me Arcana or History. Whew. It is a mark that signifies a curse. Someone has placed a curse on this man. You're not sure what the language is, but knowing a curse, it's probably not an actual, because it's a single symbol, it's probably not an actual word, it's just a rune of some sort. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And Corbin's got his thing that he can study stuff as well. She gasps. Says, well, druids can cast magic, I suppose. Very possibly. I mean, hair falls out all the time. If someone was able to find a little hair on the bar or something, yeah. So you know that there are two spells. You've got great Arcana there. So I believe both are divine, but I'm gonna open. But what about remove? Cleric, Paladin, Warlock, Wizard. Yeah. No. It's 3rd level. And then 3rd level spell. And then 5th level Greater Restoration. Bard, Cleric, Druids. Yeah. Artificer. Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Brownish. You're probably closer to 5 by now. Yeah, not really. Yeah, he'll have a drink. Yeah, it would definitely give him more time. Okay. All right. Okay, you're definitely giving him a lot more time with that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. She says, "Thank you." Where's her name? She says, "My name is Marta. My father is Clyde." Of course, of course. I'll get to it right away. You're helping him. It's on the house. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, for the fire. Wood or coal. So yep. She was the only barkeep. Okay. Well, when she does come back, what would you like to speak with her about? She says, yes. That was Jonathan. He's at that table there. Not much use anywhere else until he's better and until the mine's reopened. Like everyone around here, good mead. Okay. So mead costs. I wish this would actually give the mugs rather than. Yeah. So you would be looking at 7 copper each. No, this is for mead. Okay. All right. Yep, she's gonna feed you all, give you some drinks. She tells you, she shows you a set of stairs that go down, and says, your rooms will be on the 2nd floor of the central building there. And you know there were 3 buildings that made up this little complex. Of course, of course. You guys let the goblins go. Yep. Nobody. There's a stable that you put it in. Alright. Okay. So, I want to roll... anyone else doing anything tonight other than Iggy? Okay. All right. Oh yeah, you've got a few hours, so you'll be able to finish them by then. Okay. He will tell you that it was there were giant rats that attacked. Giant rats. Rats the size of dogs. A bundle of wood. Because you're so close to Lonelywood, and there are some woods around here, it would probably be about 2 copper for a bundle. That'll last a couple nights, depending on how long you're keeping it going. So overnight, that'll probably last you 1 night. But yeah, you could probably get a few bundles to get you around places. Yeah. Okay. A young woman with glasses says, "Nobody with glasses has come through. Um, the only young woman I've seen was that druid trying to make us sacrifice to the Queen of Air and Darkness." Yeah. Got upset when we said no, headed toward Lonelywood. A couple weeks later, another one looked almost identical. Not enough, but looks a lot like her. She's looking for that first one. Went to the east side, then headed out of town. Yeah, they both look like druids. Might have been sisters. They were young enough. Couldn't have been mother-daughter. So the first one was, I don't know, something started with a V. It was long enough ago. Vernus, that's it. Second one was Ravison, I think. Well, never hurts to keep learning, right? I guess that's true. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So you head over to the east side. Alright. So, that night, right around 10 o'clock, maybe a couple minutes late, you hear a little bit of tinkling, kind of like, not like a bell, but like when you're stepping on that really, really, really fresh snow. Yeah. And then, Eggy, you see 4 little chewingas, completely black with white masks and blue hair. Okay. One of them touches the one that shit, they already took the one that shows the time. What was the first one again? Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's the one that they touch. One of them specifically touches. Okay. He takes it, and I mean, there's no expression, and it doesn't even make noise other than that crunching snow sound. And you see they're not leaving any footprints. They're too light to leave footprints, but they're making that kind of crunch snow as they move around. And it turns around and it like lifts the scarf up to show the others. And the others are like, they're happy and clap, but no sound from their clapping. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. You giving it to the same one? Okay. He looks ecstatic. Again, no facial expression that you're able to see, but he looks ecstatic. The others seem a little displeased. Okay. Oh, they'll take them. They don't have mouths to drink, but they put it up, and you don't see the mead or the wine dripping all over them. So they are somehow drinking it, but they don't have a mouth to put it in. Okay. So you get they kind of make the impression that it's the one that took the scarf. And oh, they love them. They're all over it. Welcome back, Melissa. So, okay. So what you've missed so far is they have moved on to the next town. Tried to help a young girl whose father is sick. They have discovered that there are actually two druids who are in Icewind Dale who are doing that thing around here. Well, there's one who's doing the thing, and one who's looking for the other. The sacrifices, yeah. And yeah, there's the bloody albino moose that's keeping people from doing the logging in Lonelywood. And Iggy has set up a little thing outside that he's doing. It's around 10 o'clock, where he is kind of trying to communicate with these little creatures called chewingas. They have all black bodies, humanoid. They are about the size of Smurfs, so 3 apples tall. They wear masks over their faces, white masks of various animals, and they have blue hair that's almost like it's almost like fire, but it looks like it's cold. You just get the feeling that it's cold. So you're at an inn that's comprised of 3 buildings that are connected underground. Would there be something particular you're doing? Okay, yeah, absolutely. No, that's fine. Um, okay. All right. And Iggy, anything else you're doing with these chewingas? They are looking at that wine. Okay. All right. They they seem confused about this. One of them points to it. They seem confused about the middle one. There's no... They seem like there's... they also seem kind of confused by the little one, but they kind of are giving you an impression that it's kind of connected. The young one and the adult one are like... They're kind of mixed between them. They don't point to one, they point to both. They don't know. Okay. One of them will take meat, one of them will take hardtack. You're getting a couple more coming in. These ones are actually different color. These ones have green bodies. Their white masks have different... They're not animals, they just have different patterns of like a red dye or paint or something. And they... seem to be wearing clothing, like a like they took a sack and cut it into a kind of like not a snuggie, but like a poncho with a hood. Two of them come up. Yeah. Yeah. All right. They are... Yep. Okay. Going into the snow is getting more of a reaction. And then one of them kind of mimes coming out of the snow and points to one of the green ones. They seem to recognize water, but it doesn't look right to them. The leader points to the water and then gives you like this. You would probably have one piece of cutlery left, and you've got the axe head. Yeah, they will take it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They look at that, and then the leader points to that, and then kind of motions to himself and the other black ones, the blue-haired ones. They're giving you their blank face stare. Okay, the black ones point to jungle. And the other ones, you didn't do the icy tundra again, did you? Oh, you did? Then the green ones will point to that. Yep. They're giving you that impression. Yeah. Okay. Give me a highs or lows. Highs? Okay. So, the leader goes up to you and touches your foot, because that's about as high as he can get, and I'm pretty sure that this isn't going to show Discord, so should be fine to do that. Alright. Anyone who's actually in the Twitch, that didn't show the Discord, did it? I just posted something. I don't want to show all of our stuff on there. But, yeah. He imparts that on you. Or they impart that on you. Yeah. Alright. they seem pleased with it. There are 6. 4 of the black ones and 2 of the green. Yeah, they're wearing sack ponchos with a hood, so they don't have any hair showing. It's like the mask is on top of the hood, or on top of the sack. They seem confused. And yeah, they give you that impression. One of them points to your face and then goes like that. Okay. Okay. They give you a run and hide. Okay. They seem confused by that. The leader points to, kind of like hides one of them and then points to the other and to the little one. There's only one big one, kind of trying to hide the second big one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The 6 of them, the 6 of them pick up the wineskin that needs all 6 of them to do it. It's the frontier. The frozen frontier. Okay. Alright. Okay. Cool beans. So, you guys get up the next morning. They're awesome. Okay. Yeah. Yes, you missed that. They were told that... Okay. Alright. So... Alright. So, you don't need to roll anything to read this, Lilith. It is a... it would normally be a death curse. And from what you've been told about the owner, it seems different, but in Druidic it is... a rune for decay. Normally, if a druid placed this on someone, they would more than likely place it on a leader, and this would usually cause a town to wither and die so that nature can retake it. That someone has placed this just on a single individual rather than a whole town seems odd. Yeah. And from what you've been told, this druid left the town alive, so that's also strange because it would be normally a druid's last gasp. It is a curse, yeah. And it's not that it would need to be a powerful person as much as it is that they would place it on a person usually as they were dying. So, yeah. 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 Yes, yeah. Yeah, so normally it would be placed on a town. Usually if a druid is being killed, it's usually townfolk who are doing it. And they would want to bring nature back into the town by placing this curse on the leader. Doing it onto just a regular person, just an average innkeep, is odd, and that won't bring nature back into the town. Won't cause the town to die off or anything like that. It's just entirely on this one person. You'd think it would probably be more out of spite than out of care for the natural world. She saw a ring of warmth. Yeah, it was on the innkeep. He was wearing a ring of warmth. And she was very upset when she saw it. Iggy was able to understand there was a magical ring. It's a ring that keeps you warm. No, sorry, no. The druid who was coming through town saw it on the innkeep, and she got very upset and left, and then the innkeep got sick. Yes. So I need to turn the... Okay. That's alright. No worries. Yes. But first, let's just play this song for Melissa. Yes. Innkeep is not dead yet. He's very ill. Yes. Yes. Right. Okay. And this is the song that the innkeep's daughter, who is running the place, was singing when you guys first arrived in the inn. You could give it a try, yeah. Yeah, you could give her advantage. Yeah. Alright, is that a single die, or did you roll advantage? Okay, so you can roll one more and take the higher one. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be a druidic thing, but you got from it, it's very personal to this young woman. She did tell you guys afterward that it's based on a tale that her grandfather told of a woman that they took in who gave them the ring of warmth in exchange as thanks for taking her in for a night. She seemed to be getting pursued by the winter's wind is possibly a fae thing. You could. So the Queen of Air and Darkness is the Fae Queen of the Winter Court. So it's possible this woman was in bad standing with the Winter Court and was being chased down. If Lilith helps you. 23. Hot damn. So yeah, 19 plus 4. So you are not getting too much more. With an Arcana check, you are getting that Fae connection as well. By the Winter Court, yeah. It is being worn on a chain around the innkeeper's daughter's neck. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would say I'd say you could. So, as a description for Lilith, it's a brass ring. On the inside of it, it's lined with fur, a white fur. And then on the outward-facing end, where normally there'd be a gem or something like that, there's an ivory carving of a pair of winter foxes curled around each other in a sort of yin-yang shape. And Corbin, do you need to roll something for that, or you just get it? So, yeah, it doesn't seem to serve any ritual purpose. You get about as much as, yeah, not really any cultural practices either. You think that the winter foxes are part of the I guess snow foxes, really, not winter foxes. The snow foxes are just a part of the enchantment. Some magic items have to be very specifically crafted before they can be enchanted. And you think the fur and the ivory are just a part of that in order to give it the power to keep a person warm while wearing it. It was probably kept by someone important because it's not exactly a common thing for people to have. Yep. She is not wearing the ring, no. Not as far as you can tell. She says, I suppose, and she puts it on. Nothing seems to happen. No, she's still cold. That takes some time. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so I guess gotta do it. It is pitch black. Okay. So I think it's still giving one of you loads of vision. There we go. You should have one. There we go. So you've got your Everbright. I'm sorry? Yeah, chased out a bunch of miners. Not necessarily all dwarves, but chased out a whole bunch of miners. All right. So, what is your what's your marching order as you're going down the stairs into the okay. He's at the very back. Okay. So, probably takes you about an hour to get there, so you're about 9 a.m. And I am going in here and to the beautiful mine. Okay. So, the ceilings are about 7 foot high, except in the wider areas. When you get into some of the larger caverns, they're going to be about 12. And right now, the only light you have is from Iggy's lantern. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, coming. So, you are 60 feet down some rough-hewn steps, and you're coming into a tool room. Racks holding picks and hammers are nailed to the walls of this small cavern here. The floor is covered with rock dust and tracks. Yeah, you could probably find one. Alright. Some reason these are not shown. There we go. That's up to you. Left, right, straight. Yep, there are tracks. What is your survival is 16. Nature. So, yeah, you can spot. Looks like there are 2 creatures that you're assuming are probably the rats, and then a bunch of clawed humanoid feet. Yeah. Not dwarf. You do see a bunch of footprints, like boot prints, that are heading out. Yeah. Okay. It looks relatively stable. You're not spotting anything like that. Okay. Straight ahead. Alright, rat tracks are going to the right. And... okay. And are you going on your own then, Severin? Okay. So let's get my... yeah. Torch. Of course, all I've got. You see some of the claws, I believe, are going down here. No. Nope. And I move all the terrain. Okay, so you spot... alright, so you spot some of the tracks. Most of the tracks seem to be heading to the top one. Okay. 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 Put those down as traps. Yeah. I think I've got some... alright. Okay. So... okay. Alright. So, coming into this little cavern here, so the floor on the east end of this dusty cave is 5 foot higher than the west end, with a rocky ridge separating the two areas, except for some slopes on either side. Picks and shovels are leaning against the ridge, and you are seeing a bunch of coal that is on the walls that is just waiting to be picked. Not much. There's mostly dust. There's a few bits that have already been knocked down that the miners ran from rather than grabbing when they were running. There is a direction down. Okay. There are tracks. Yeah. Those tracks, you're not quite sure how fresh, but they are around. About the size of a regular sized dog. Not olive. Much bigger than olive. Yeah. Bigger than a corgi. And so the tracks, so the humanoid tracks take these stairs on the left-hand side, and the rats go to the right. Okay. Alright. So, basically, and you spot two rats. They look kind of feral and rabid to you. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. So, are you taking 10 minutes to cast that as a ritual, or are you casting that right now? Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, I forgot to turn these on. Alright. So, Golemov and Severin are heading this way. And so... we will start with Lilith as you're casting that. There's an underground river that flows through the far side of this cavern, supported by a natural stone pillar near the water's edge. Between you and the river are two halfling-sized rodents with long tails and beady eyes, and they are aggressive. Like I said, they look rabid. So they are running at you immediately to attack. As soon as the light hits them, they're not fond of this. All right. It's a bonus action. So we will get initiative first. I need to find a wolf. So 18. I kind of heard 2 or 3 people at the same time. Sorry, Ryan first. I'd say yeah. They were quite nice to you. No. Yeah, I think so. 7, okay. And Golemov? Oh, then you don't need snow. 19. And Severin, what was your initiative? So just straight 20, no plus. Okay, and Skamos. 18. Is it Skamos or Scamos? Skamos? Okay. Alright, so Golemov is up first. Yes, I did. So, I'm going to need... $5, $10, $15, $20. You do, yeah. 25, 30. So you can get right behind Iggy. Oh. So you can actually get next to one of them. Yeah, you can get right there. That's 40. Yeah. $16 to hit? Oh yeah, that hits. The rat is dead. You do know that rabid animals probably should be put down because there's really no cure for it unless you're you'd have to be a higher level druid to be able to save them. Whack rat. That's true. Right. Alright, so Severin. No. Okay. Alright. So, what you're seeing in this room, benches and tables set up as workspaces where miners can clean up any possible gems that they find, because this did used to be a gem mine before they found the coal. You can. Yeah. You actually. Well, we'll get to that because you only have 6 seconds. So. And next is Giant Rat number 2. It is. Yeah. So, it no longer has pack tactics because it's all alone, and it's going to roll a 10 to hit Lilith, which I think misses. Yeah, that definitely misses. So, that means that we are up to Corbin Deckard. So you can get right up next to it. Okay. You can't even see it from. You can't see it from where you are either. Okay. All right. Your action that you're holding is. Well, you can cast Bardic Inspiration any time. It lasts for an hour. Yeah. Okay. You're just thinking about it. Okay. Alright. Next one is Skamos. Okay, so let's get you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep. Wisdom save. That's not going to be very good for it unless it rolls high. Rolls a 12. Alright. Okay. Okay, and Lilith, it is up to you now. You're too close to use your crossbow, but you can use. I think you've got a scimitar or a sickle. So yes, you'll want to use bonfire because the other one, you're too close to use. So. Yeah, you'll take damage. Okay. No, that's damage. $14 works. I'll let you reroll the damage. Two. All right. That's better than 0. All right, and Iggy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it would. It would be your, yeah, it would be like Firebolt. That hits. I'm not sure. I don't have it up. No, what's the it's in the Discord. One. All right. This is a lucky rat. Yeah. Okay. So, it is back up to Golemov. It's down to 3. Yep. In here, yeah, in here it's still going to be 7. It's not one of the bigger ones. Okay. With that natural 20. Oh no, that was me. Yeah, you hit it into the roof, yeah. You do exactly what you were looking for there. Okay. Yeah, you definitely need to do that. So, yeah, we can head back to this and move this down a little bit. So, oh, is Severn still there? Yep. So, Severn, what you find is actually a figurine of a dog that is carved out of coal, but it has had a pair of Termalaines embedded into it for the eyes. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yep. It is very dark where you are, yeah. I mean, you've got some of the light from Severin's torch, but it's still dark up there. And as you come in here, you actually notice there are some gems in that little alcove up there with the sort of green floor. Some gems kind of sparkling in there. Corbin. Okay. So you don't need to do an intelligence check to know that. It probably would. You don't know how far it'll go, but it'll probably echo. Okay, you don't think that's going to work very well. Just with your intelligence and your experience with specific types of tools, it would take an hour with a pick to get anything out of this. These are Termalaines. If you get a big one, it'll be worth quite a bit. Smaller ones are, you know, worth something. Oh, yeah, sorry. Lilith said that she was going to turn into a wolf before it started, but then it wasn't long enough combat for her to change. So, if you want to give an investigation on that waterfall, you can. Yep. You poke the back. Don't really need investigation if you got that 10-foot pole. You hit the wall behind the waterfall. There's nothing there. No. Underneath, it's about 2-3 foot deep river here. But nothing below it. It's clear enough that you can see the bottom. If Biggie comes around to the edge, you can see there's nothing there. It's just a little extra, a little bit that doesn't have water going on top of it. Too high for the water. Okay, so okay, so for Severin, you come down here and you see a deep shaft. So there are wooden planks and struts forming a walkway along the wall of this seemingly bottomless vertical shaft. A narrow waterfall is cascading down the northeast. Sorry, my brain just stopped. Down the northeast wall, and the sound of rushing water is loud in this confined space. Doesn't look bad. It looks decently solid. Alright. So you can spot that there are some more walkways down below. You're only able to see one level down, but you do see that there. What am I moving? I don't know. What am I moving? Give me an investigation. Are you looking through the planks? Because some of them do have holes. Okay. Investigation. 16. Okay. You actually see a pair of kobolds, white kobolds, white scaled ones that are clinging to the some of the support struts, and they have little saws that they're sawing on them. They're not getting very far, but they are sawing on them, and don't seem to notice you. No, don't seem to have noticed you. And they haven't seen you yet. And it's too loud. It's too loud for you to hear their saws going. You think you would have to yell to be able to talk to someone next to you in here because of that waterfall. Dark vision is not working here in Icewind Dale. Yep. Even in caves. You just have your torch. They are how far? Yeah, they're about 5-10 feet down. Okay. So you would be able to hit the one on the far side. Okay. Oh, that's definitely going to hit a kobold. Six. Okay. It is... well, it's still alive, but it's got to make... it's surprised, so I'll make it a con save instead of dex. Oh, it still hangs on, but it is surprised, and it whaps really hard on the wall, which doesn't get its friend's attention, and then it just climbs down to the lower level. Actually, it can't climb down, so it climbs up and over, and then... oh. Why is he not coming up? So I was holding the wrong thing. There we go. He climbs up and over, so that's because he's having to climb 10, 20, and he's got 30-foot movement. Oh no, climb 20. So he easily gets up with in that, but that is his whole turn. He's not holding a weapon, and he looks like he's trying to run. You do have movement. Okay. You can't grapple him. I would say you could use your reaction if he runs to grab him. He's not wearing any clothes, but you could grab him feasibly. So, yeah, give me a strength athletics, and he will do acrobatics because he's better at that. Oh yeah, you grab him, and he's jibber jabbering, but you can barely hear him. And back the way you came. Okay. All right, you go back to your friends. You speak Draconic? Oh, two of you. He is not fighting. Says, Trex told us, and he says this in common. Yeah. Trex. He is naked, yeah. Trex. Because I don't need clothes to stay warm? I'm not mammal like you. Says, I have a cloaca. I don't have anything to cover. The boss. Trex. Yeah. Mean one, but he's cold. Cave was empty except for the rats. Yeah. Trex wanted a place to hide. Wanted to keep us down here. You know how fucking dark it is down here? We can't see anymore. Last couple of years. No. No dark vision. Trex changed. Just one day, he was like, oh, there's a mine? Let's go. And brought us here. Don't know how he found out. Nobody came talk to us. Just knew. Yes. That would be appreciated, yes. Okay. Okay. Says, thank you. At least it's not bleeding anymore. Remember what? What do you want me to know? I think so, maybe. Depends what it is. I should be able to. Okay, I'm just looking. Alright. I can take you through. Oh. Okay. Yes. My name is... Says my name is Thwip. Thwip. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I noticed. Sure. So he seems pretty scared. He hasn't said anything that seems like a lie. Okay. Alright, so let's head down here and the bucket is down below, but there is actually another bucket over here. And let's... There was, yes. No, he's still there. He didn't notice his friend get hit with anything. Okay. I'm going to roll... what would it be for surprise? Wisdom or Dex to see if he just holds on? Okay. I'll roll a Dex for him. And he does. He catches himself before he lets go. And looks up at you with wide eyes. Okay. He comes. Okay. No. My name's Scorp. Okay, so let's don't like that some stuff is showing through the fog, but you want him leading you to to the boss. Okay. All right. Okay. Staying at the back. All right. So, you come down a. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. You drop down a bucket lift into a landing. The mechanism creaks as you get down to the floor of a small cave where two dusty tunnels lead in opposite directions. Thwip leads you to the left, the lower one, into a room where a table and chairs are set up for the miners to take breaks. On top of the table, two kobolds are poking a giant rat with their javelins to make sure it's dead. And they kind of screech in surprise when they notice you come in. Yeah, pretty much. I think we can call it there. Alright. Okay. Sounds good. There was not as much coal mine as I was hoping for there to be when I named the episode Coal Mine, but that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Showing. All right. And yeah. So next week, same bat time, same bat channel. I do want to give a thank you to Ellen from the Sans Pants Discord, and also from the Doucher Forever fan Discord, Discord Forever, because she recorded that song. I just, hey, can anyone do this? I'm looking for anyone. And she said, yeah. And less than an hour later, she sent me 4 different versions of that song. And yeah. 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 And yeah. So, oh, which one you got? Oh, awesome, that's Lilith. Oh, I know, I love that. Are you cool with sharing these things with us? Awesome. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll put it into my Nightbot, and oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted her. But and nope, Well, this is record breaking. New record for hottest summer, and usually sometimes it's a new record for coldest winter. And yeah. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Have a good one, everyone. Alright. And now I am going to switch to, where is it? Ending for our credits. I am going to leave this going until the live counter gets to say 320, and this time I don't have folks chatting with me, so I can leave the wonderful music by Music D20 playing. I might actually even turn this up a little. I've got it low so that it's not drowning out the players. But now, yeah, looks like what we've got right now is In the Warmth of the Fire, Sanctuary, and I'm not sure what the next song is going to be because I've got it on random. But thank you for tuning in to Magic Mushrooms Mead, and hopefully we will have the 5 viewers or even more next week. Good night, everybody.